Okay, so as I was saying, $1 equals 1.0 inches. 75 cents equals 3/4 of an inch, or 0.750. 50 cents equals half an inch, or its decimal, 0.500. 25 cents equals 1/4 of an inch, or 0.250. Okay, now something else to point out. Micrometer. See that 0, 1, 2, 3, and you could almost see 4. Let me just tell you what you're reading right now. You're reading 0.37585. That's 0.385 thousandths of an inch. 0.385 thousandths of an inch. 0.395 thousandths of an inch. That's 0.400 thousandths of an inch. So all those numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes all the way 9 and then to 0, which would be 1 inch. All those numbers, think of them as 10 cents in a dollar. Okay, 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents, and a dollar. And here you have same thing. We'll hold it this way. So 0 to 0. 0, that first one, that's 10 cents. And then the number 2, that's 20 cents. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then back to 0 again. That's a full dollar. Okay? Something to understand is every single one of those 1 through 9, 0 through 0, every single one of those hash marks, if we think of those as 10 cents, we're also going to want to think of each one of those 10 cents as it has been broken up into 100 parts. Okay? So, real quick. That's roughly an inch open. There's the inch. So we'll go to 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 in a dollar equals 75 cents. You get 3/4. 3/4 of an inch. 75 cents. Or 0.750. So we go here. This is 0.775. 0.750. Okay. That's 3/4 of an inch. 1/2 inch. Well, let me show you while we're on our way down there. So that's 0.650, 0.625. So 0.625 is 5/8 of an inch. So I'll show you what 5/8 of an inch looks like. That's 0.625, 5/8 of an inch. So $0.50 or 1/2 an inch, 0.500 is going to be right there. That's 1/2 an inch. All right. 1/4 of an inch is going to be 250. That's 0.250. That's 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 out of $1 equals 1/4 inch, or 0.250. What you're reading here on the mic is 0.250. Here's something else. So you remember I said every dime. So this is 0.10. 0.10. That's 1 dime. That's 10 cents. 10 cents. 10 cents out of that dollar. This inch is $1. So we're at 0.1, 10 cents, but I also told you every 10 cents is broken up into 100 parts. Here's how that works. Let me back off. So you can see me sneak up on the 10 cents, or 0.1, which is 100,000. There. So that is going to be 10 cents. Now how that 10 cents is broken up into 100 parts is every full turn of this thimble is 25 thousandths of an inch. 15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So there's 20 minus 25 parts of that 10 cents. What you're reading there is 0.075. That's 75 thousandths of an inch. That's usually about how thick thrust washers are when you're doing cams. So bring it down 25 more. There's 15 minus 10 minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. So I just took 50 parts out of that dime. What you're reading there is 50 thousandths of an inch, or 0.050. Okay. What you're reading there is 25 thousandths of an inch, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19 thou, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 3 thousandths of an inch is about the thickness of binder paper. 2.5 thousandths of an inch is about the thickness of human hair. 1,000th of an inch and down to 0. Okay, so every thousandth of an inch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Every single one of those, there's 1,000 of those in that whole dollar, is broken up into 10 pieces. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. So every thousandth of an inch is broken up into tenths, and we call them tenths, or 10,000ths of an inch. But we just call them tenths. We call thousands thous. Okay. So hopefully that helps. That's how you read a damn micrometer. A lot of people understand money, so that's why I did it that way. Everybody loves money. All right. All right, so the last thing we will discuss is all these tiny little lines there. They go from they start over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, back to 0. See that? 0. There you go. They start at 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So those are tenths of a thousandth of an inch. So we take a single thou, which is this number here, that hash mark on this thimble, that is 1 single thousandth of an inch. Remember, an inch is broken up into 1,000 parts. Oops. There we go. We're going to open up to, there's 225 thousandths of an inch. Rather, that's 225 thou. Open up another 50. That's 250 thousandths of an inch. We'll go a little bit big. That's 270 thousandths of an inch. So we'll take this ejector pin. This ejector pin, I believe, they're used in compression and injection molds. We use them a lot in tool and die. This is probably this is probably an exact 2. Okay, so this is a thou under. This is a minus ejector pin. So it reads about 1 thou under. So you're reading 0.249, and now we roll over to the tenths. And on the tenths hash marks, we're looking for whichever hash marks line up with these on the thimble, with any line on this thimble. So we see the 0 hash mark does not line up, and we see the 1 hash mark on the tenths lines up perfectly, almost, with the 3 thou mark on the thimble. If we roll over some more, we see that I'm trying to get that in focus, that the 2/10 hash mark right here right there, that the 2/10 hash mark lines up perfectly with the 4th thou hash mark on the thimble. So what that's telling us is, what we're actually reading is 0.249 and 2/10 of an inch. So it's 2/10 bigger than 249. That's important when you're dealing with rollers on bearings, and you're selecting rollers for your bearings on your camshaft. When you're getting into true fitting, it's important to know what the tenths are. So this is a 1/4 inch drill bit, and I'm just measuring the shank, and we see that that's saying, so we discussed a 1/4 inch is 250 thousandths, so it's slightly under. You got 249 thousandths of an inch. Then we roll over, and we're looking for where the hash marks line up on the thimble, and we will notice that if you see 9/1000th mark, 9/1000ths of an inch right there, right below that 10 on the thimble, it lines up perfectly with the number 7, which is right here. So that's telling us 7/10 of a thousandth of an inch. So what we're reading is 249 thou and 7/10. All right, and that's the end of this tutorial.